It's me, a wild Katie appeared, and today I'll be doing my first anime review, and I will be reviewing Fruits Basket. Now this anime I would say is a good gateway anime, or if you're someone who's not really into anime, I think you'd still like it. I have a friend who really isn't into anime. She's watched some but not a lot, but she loves this anime. So you don't need to be a big anime fan to enjoy it. So, what's the story about? So it's about a 16-year-old girl called Toru Honda. Her mom had passed away and she's now living with her grandfather. Until he wants to renovate the house, so she decides to live in a tent in the middle of the woods. Because in her words, she doesn't want to bother her friends by asking if she can stay with them for a while. So then one day, she's on her way to school and she comes across this house and meets a man called Shigure. And they start talking about the Chinese zodiac and the story about how the rat tricked the cat about the party that God was having for the animals, and that's why there's no year of the cat. So then she finds out that one of her classmates, Yuki Soma, known as Prince Yuki at her school, lives in the house as well. So later on, Yuki and Shigure find Toru living in the tent, and then some big mudslide happens to her tent and she ends up living with them. She has to do the cooking and cleaning for them in exchange for living here, as else she would refuse. But then she finds out the Soma family has a big secret, that when they hug the opposite sex, they turn into one of the Chinese zodiac, plus one of them turns into the cat from the story. So, you know, a lot of funny scenes happen. Because of that, most of the episodes are of Toru meeting the rest of the Soma family who turned into the zodiac, except for the horse and rooster. That's in the manga. Characters. Now, what I love about this anime is the array of characters you get. You get all different, they all have their own interesting backstory, and we learn through their episode. Now I'm going to talk about the three main characters. I would love to talk about all of them, but that would take too long. So let's first talk about Toru. Now Toru has not had the best life. Her father died of a disease when she was very young, and she lost her mother just a few months before she met the Soma family. She doesn't let that get her down, as she's one of the most happiest characters in the show. Always puts others before herself. She's really nice to the point where she's too nice for her own good. But that works well in the series, as her personality helps the Somas well with their problems. But I can say she can be a bit of an airhead, but again, she's still a great character that works really well in this kind of story. Now, yes, there is a kind of love triangle thing going on with her and the two main guys, but don't worry, it's not like she's like, oh, woe is me, there's two guys who like me and I can't decide who I like more. No, it's nothing like that. To be fair, she kinda, friend zones them a bit, kinda. But yeah, but there's still some cute scenes with both of the guys with her, but it just doesn't lead anywhere. Now let's go on to Yuki. Now, when I first saw Yuki, I was like, oh great, another prince type character. Yawn. But as the series goes on, Yuki isn't that much of a prince type. He's the rat of the zodiac. With Yuki, he's nice at first, and is very of what you think a prince would be like, perfect in every way. But the thing is he can be mean and very sarcastic. It shows that he's not as perfect as the girls in school thinks he is. But you see why he acts the way he does, as he does have quite a sad backstory. And let's just say, his childhood wasn't the best. The manga does show more, and honestly I feel bad for him. I would like to say more about Yuki, but I don't want to spoil you if you haven't seen the anime or read the manga. So let's just get to the next character. Now, Kyo is one of my favorite characters throughout the whole show. So yes, Kyo turns into the cat from the story. As the cat is not a part of the zodiac, he's an outcast of his family, and all he wants is to be accepted. And he believes if he beats Yuki in a fight, he can finally be part of the family. So any chance he gets, he will fight Yuki, as he can't stand Yuki, as Yuki is the rat, and it's the rat's fault that the cat is not a part of the zodiac. But every time he goes to fight Yuki, Yuki kicks his butt every time. Now he is short-tempered, and always gets into fights, but he does have a nice side, and he can be very caring. But I don't show it that much, unless he's around Toru. Now again, his childhood wasn't great, as you can guess, and I'm not going to say anything else, as you'll have to watch the anime or read the manga to find out. But to be fair, it's a sad one. Now to animation and music. Now the animation's pretty good. It's not amazing, but it's good for what it is. It's not game-changing, but then again, it's good for when it came out back in 2001. Now the music. I had a lot of pretty songs and music, but the thing is, it could be very generic and but it's still good for what it is. Right, my final thoughts. This is one of my favorite animes to watch if I'm ever feeling down or when I'm not feeling well. It always cheers me up. And yes, there is a lot of sad moments, but there's always happy ones too. And if I really need cheering up, I watch episode 19. I'll just leave this picture right here. Anyways, the only thing I really don't like about this anime is it's one of those animes where if you want to find out what happens next, you'll have to read the manga. Which is fair enough, because the anime did stop in 2001, and then the manga didn't finish until 2007. So I'm not asking for a season 2, no, but I wouldn't mind a reboot like Sailor Moon and Full Metal Alchemist. No? Okay. So yes, what my rating is, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. So if you want to watch Fruits Basket, they do sell it on DVD on Amazon. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my first review, and remember to like and subscribe if you like this video. I make reviews, top 10s, and let's plays. So until we meet again, goodbye!